What is going on, guys? It's Riv for Wildcat Entertainment, and Riv's Game Room is open once again. Today we're taking a look at some games that did not age well. I've got a couple of PlayStation 1 sports games for you. So what do you say we get right into it? Oh man, that intro speaks for itself, doesn't it? This is NFL Game Day on the PlayStation. Alright, and the reason I picked this game is because it did not age well graphically. Look at this. Look at this jumbled mess of an NFL game. And there's not even an Oilers logo. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say there wasn't even an Oiler logo at center field, but there is. Or midfield in this case, we're not playing a it goes very slowly is what I can see. And that "We Will Rock You" beat is getting old really quick too, on top of that. You throw. There we go. So you tap X and then one of the face buttons to throw. Sounds like almost like the norm, like what we got right now. Bullets. Okay, so you hit tap X, begin to throw. This is a little bit clunky compared to what we have now. Graphically, it just does not look good. I wish there was a commentator or something. Just hearing the the players groaning is just getting good. Stadium looks okay. It's accurate. Uniforms look alright. There's no names on that though, but when you got the player markers, you don't really need names on it. But this is just a mess to control, to be honest. As much as I enjoyed this game when I was younger, I don't think I like it as much anymore. That being said, I'll be back with final thoughts in just. So, final thoughts on NFL Game Day. You know what? I liked this a lot when I was a kid, but it didn't age well. You saw how bad it looked graphically. It looked blurry, and don't try to tell me that this is all PlayStation 1 games, because then I'll just point you to Crash Bandicoot or something of that nature. Crash Bandicoot, Tomb Raider. Those games look great even now. This one, not so much. Final verdict? Just unless you're a diehard NFL fan that remembers playing this as a kid, don't go for it even though it's cheap. We'll be right back with our next and final game of this show in just a second. This is NBA Shootout for the PlayStation. And of course you can see why this game is in this episode. These graphics have just not aged well, like, at all. And we'll have the Rockets in white, the Sonics in green. Ha! Hadn't heard that name in a while. I like the fact that there's a PA announcer to tell you who scores when they scored.
Intercepted.
So it looks like X is pass. Triangle's going to be shoot and block. Still haven't figured out the steal button. Okay, maybe X is not pass, or I have to tap X to do a light pass or some such. I don't know. I've not ever played this before. I have the game, but I don't play that much. So, and this is why. The court looks okay, but I'm basically saying the player's graphics have not aged well. Okay, so circle does the regular pass, meaning square shoots. Then why does triangle block, and what does square do? Okay, so circle is steal, X is switch players. Which is kind of weird because that's not how every other basketball game nowadays works. Well, actually, NBA 2K has the square button to shoot, but anyway. Where's the organ music is what I'm wondering, because they always have organ music playing in NBA games when the home team has the ball. Defense. From the free throw line, good. Yeah, the game's got okay graphics, it's just I don't feel like they've aged that well. Not exactly a graphical showcase for what the PlayStation could do. And to be fair, a lot of sports games had this issue. Where the court would look good, but just the player sprites would not look that great. Defense. And don't ever use the X pass on the inbound. You'll get it picked off every time. Use circle for your pass. I don't know why there's two pass buttons anyway. Usually there's only one pass button in these games. Telling me that maybe these controls didn't age that well either. No, wait, they didn't. That's obvious. I'm playing this on a PlayStation 3, so the graphics are a little bit better. But if I was playing this on the original PlayStation, you'd get to see just how bad these were. Kenny the Jet Smith, now working for TNT. Get that out of here. The game just feels like it plays a little too slow to be a basketball game, but that's just me. Compared to other basketball games on the console, like NBA Live had it right. The speed was just right, the controls were great. To be honest, every NBA Live game was actually pretty good. Even the ones on the old Genesis and Super Nintendo, which we'll get to look at later. Wait, did the center just make a three? At least I got a dunk out of it. Little dunk you very much. Okay, the graphics, yeah, they didn't age well, but they still look alright on a PlayStation 3. That's kind of what matters for me anyway. Anyway, we played our 5 minutes, and I'll be back with final thoughts in just 1 second. So, final thoughts on NBA Shootout. This one looks alright. I mean, where it didn't age well is in the controls. Like I said, why do you have two pass buttons and one shoot button? Two pass buttons doesn't make sense. Like I said, if you use circle to pass, you're gonna get intercepted every time off the inbound. I don't know why that pass button's even there. It's like an automatic turnover if you pass it off the inbound. Anyway, graphically didn't age well, although it looks alright on a PlayStation 3. PlayStation 1 would probably look a little worse. So, do I recommend either of these games? Well, even though they're cheap, not really. Anyway, guys, that'll just about do it for this episode of Rev's Game Room. And just remember to like, comment, subscribe, and also, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, 'cause it's closing time.